Alright everyone, today we'll be looking at in-hand images of the Hammond Collection Corythosaurus, and we'll also be discussing why this is going to be an extremely popular Jurassic toy this year because of the limited number of Corythosaurus toys in previous years. It is also the best selling thing on Entertainment Earth in terms of Jurassic toys, so make sure to buy it in the link in the comments or description below because it helps me, because the link is basically like using my code in the shop, basically. So yeah, use the link below and I'll get a little amount of money from that. So any purchases from that link is much appreciated. Thank you very much. But yes, this Corythosaurus, it is fantastic. We're finally getting it. I mean, it's taken for ages, but yeah, we are finally getting it. You can see it's got like the white kind of grey underbelly. It's got black painted toenails. Unfortunately, the fingernails aren't painted. It seems like they're starting to paint less and less with the Hammond Collection, like the budget's going down or something. I do not know, but I do know the previous Hammond Collection fingernails were painted. Look, it's not that big. At least the toenails are painted, so that's good. But can see here on the side, it just looks like a beautiful figure. Unfortunately, we weren't shown a version where it's standing on just its two legs, being bipedal. However, if you want to find the actual video, make sure check out the link in the description after you watch this video. But yes, you can kind of see here, it's got that really cute mouth with the shocked facial expression going. I don't know, I don't want to make a sound. It's going to be super cringe if I make whatever sound it's going to make. But you know, try and imagine a Corythosaurus call. It's also got that chubby mouth like the Parasaurolophus. So obviously it is built off of the Hammond Collection Parasaurolophus mold, I would say. You can especially tell with like the arms and stuff, because the Parasaurolophus's arms were also posed in that weird kind of way. It's interesting because you would expect it to have like 3 points of articulations at the hands, but they kind of just bent like that. It almost looks like it wants to give you a hug, like the Lego Indominus Rex figure and the Indoraptor. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, no, you can see it's pretty much just the Parasaurolophus mold with you know, the Corythosaurus crest on top. So that's one of the few things that differs it. And then, you know, you've got the paint scheme, the beautiful paint scheme from Jurassic Park 3. So yes, movie inspired, very good to see. Yeah, it looks super amazing. It just movie-like. So yeah, the only difference between this and the Parasaurolophus, I believe, is the crest. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, also, I mean, I guess the color too, if you want to count that. But I'm so excited for this figure because it is like been waiting since ever since it came out. I believe it first was introduced in the Lost World via the you know, the papers that had the dinosaur names on them and stuff. We'll actually show it off later because I've got like all the history of Corythosaurus in this video. But we're just going to look at the Hammond Collection pics for now. I really love the yellow color on it. It's just so awesome. And the line that divides the underbelly and the on top yellow color. And it's the red crest as well. It's just super amazing to see. I 100% know that this is going to be one of the top picks for the Jurassic toys this year. I reckon other good things are probably going to be the Mamenchisaurus, because that's also the only other Jurassic canon creature, or Jurassic Park canon, I mean, because I know the Smilodon and, you know, Spinoceratops haven't been released and all that from Camp Cretaceous. But so the Jurassic Park canon creature that's missing alongside Mamenchisaurus that you'd want to have in your collection. And Mamenchisaurus is going to be extremely expensive, so less people are going to want to buy it. So it makes sense. They'll want this because it's going to be cheaper. But yes, so the minimal amount of Corythosaurus toys. There was only one ever Corythosaurus toy released during the Jurassic World era before now, and that was the Brawlosaur Corythosaurus. It's so ridiculous because you wouldn't even count this as something in your collection, but it was the closest thing you could get to having a Corythosaurus in your collection. It was cool. It had the yellow top and all that, but it was the Brawlosaur. So you're meant to scan it into Jurassic World, the game. You get it. You could play with it in the game, and the game is still running now. So Make sure to check it out on the App Store, Play Store, whichever one you download via. And but unfortunately, Brawlosaurus in that game is shut down now because Hasbro did lose their license, so it's super ridiculous. But obviously you can still own the toys, you just can't scan them into the game. But the original Corethosaurus you can still play with, and it does look like this. Plus, it has its level 20, 30, 40 evolutions, so quite a lot to differ, but we're not going to go through all of them. We're already like 5 minutes into the video, and there's still other stuff that I do want to show off. Now, there was one kind of realistic toy released before this, and yes, I do mean one. There has only been 2 Corethosaurus toys released since it has been introduced to Jurassic Park, if you exclude the 2 from this year. And that was, the Hadrosaurus Corethosaurus super detailed model kit. I don't even know if you would properly call it a toy. It was more like a collectible because it was a do-it-yourself DIY build. You had to piece it all together like some sort of puzzle. You can see all the slits in it. You have to put the legs together, all that. And it's not painted at all. It's just fully green. The movie one wasn't green, so it's very good that we now have the new Corethosaurus, and Captives have done their own as well, along with Mattel doing the Hammond Collection one. So it is super awesome. You're going to be able to have a tiny Corethosaurus and a big Hammond Collection Corethosaurus. And it also comes with this brand new card where we got our first look at what a female Corethosaurus would look like, thanks to Jaroslav, who works on these card artworks. They're just super amazing. I just recommend following his Twitter or Instagram and checking them all out. But yes, as I said, it was first introduced in the Lost World using an incorrect name, Corethosaurus. I think that might be a dice. I might be highly wrong there. It might just be a mistake. But then we got our first proper look at the CGI model, I think it was CGI, of Corethosaurus in Jurassic Park 3. And there it is next to a human. You can see it was also in the Jurassic World Evolution game, so it has got more spotlight there, I believe, because you can play with it whenever you want. I don't think I've seen too much gameplay of it, actually. I have had it myself because I've unlocked all the dinosaurs in the game. But yeah, I think still the most notable point was when it was in Jurassic Park 3. And if you're not the biggest nerd, you obviously would have missed Corethosaurus, because this was just a herd of hadrosaurs. You could see Parasaurolophus in there, Corethosaurus, so people might have just thought they would just, maybe male parasaurs, but they were male Corethosaurs, and I believe the blue one is a female. But yeah, let me know, you guys, are you super excited for the Mattel Hammond Collection Corethosaurus and Captives Corethosaurus? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts as per usual. And yeah, I'm super excited. But I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.